so I'm pretty sure we all know what number one's gonna be. But hey, let's enjoy the ride anyway. Here are 5 events I would change in Houston Astros history. Number 5, Bagwell and Biggio. Jeff Bagwell and Greg Biggio will go down as 2 of the greatest Houston Astros of all time. Great stats, great moments, great careers, except they never won the big one. And by the time the Astros got to the World Series for the very first time in 2005, both those guys were already at the end of their careers, especially Bagwell, who was really banged up. So, in my timeline, the Houston Astros will win the World Series in 1994. The same year Jeff Bagwell unanimously won the National League MVP. And in 1994, there was a player strike, resulting in there being no World Series that year. So in my timeline, there is no player dispute, there will not be salary cap because there isn't anyway, and the Astros take it home. And just to add some extra icing on the cake, guess who won the NBA Finals that year? The Houston Rockets, making our town Champion City. I like the sound of that. Champion City. Bagwell and Biggio win big, get great contracts, and the Killer Bees are known as a dynamic duo in baseball throughout the 90s. This is really random, but guys, this is Greg Biggio in 1990. Don't he look like Jose Altuve? Could they be the same person? Number 4, the era of bad trades and bad deals. Shortly after Bagwell and Biggio retired, the Astros entered an era of just making bad deals, bad trades, signing bad players, just moving in a complete backwards direction. They did what the Rockets did in the late 90s. They kept getting rid of young, promising players and bringing in old guys. Jason Jennings, Carlos Lee, Kaz Matsu, Miguel Tejeda. I mean, getting Roger Clemens was great, and he had 2 really good seasons with the Astros, but we had gotten the Rocket when he was already 20 years into his career. Like, he was old. And from a fan perspective, the era seemed like Bagwell, Biggio, dark times, dark times, dark times, Jose Altuve. In my timeline, the Astros make better trades. That's it. Number 3, Enron Field. Really simple, guys. The name of the stadium that the Astros play in is called Minute Maid Park. Always has been, always will be. It was never called Astros Field, and definitely was never called Enron Field. I don't know nothing about it, don't bring it up. If you don't know the story about Enron, I ain't got that kind of time, go Google it. Long story short, we call Minute Maid Park, and we don't know nobody in Enron. If you say we do, we gonna fight you. Delete that picture. Number 2, the White Sox. There are 2 reasons why I don't wear white socks to this day. Number 1, it looks tacky with slacks. Who are you trying to be, Dwight Schrute? And number 2, because the World Series we had against the White Sox. In 2005, after an abysmal start of 15-30, the Astros turned it around and had a Cinderella story and found themselves in the World Series for the very first time. It was amazing, it was exciting, it was exhilarating. And then the game started. The White Sox washed the Astros. Like washed, permanent press, spin cycle, gentle tumble dry, put on a hanger with a note that says, "Dear Astros, here is your butt in 4 games." So in my timeline, the Astros win at least 1 game. I'm not gonna turn the whole thing around because if you got swept, you deserve to get swept. But in my timeline, we win at least 1, preferably at home. Please. Before we get to number 1, I want to take a moment to remind all you guys to get my 2 stand-up comedy specials. My name is Shinadu and All or Nothing. Very funny and very affordable. Get yours right now at my website, shinaduogu.com, and then click on Video on Demand. Are we almost at number 1? Okay, cool. Let me just get ready. Oh, son of a... Number 1, the cheating scandal. In 2017, the Houston Astros defeated the LA Dodgers to win their first ever World Series championship. And when I tell you the city was on fire, we cheered, we laughed, we cried, we celebrated. You got busted for cheating? Why? If you want the complete details, hit Google. It's all over the place, all over YouTube. Everybody's mad, everybody's angry. Houston Trastros, Houston Asterisks. It's all there. Long story short, they used cameras and the sound of garbage cans to read and steal signs from their opponents. People are outraged, mad, want the Astros to be stripped of the titles, the whole nine. It's crazy. But as a native Houstonian, that championship means a lot to us. A few months before the World Series in 2017, life handed Houston, Texas, a big old lemon named Hurricane Harvey. And it said, I don't care what you got going on right now, bite the lemon, eat it. And you know what we did? That was much worse than it looked. Hurricane Harvey destroyed a lot of our city, and it left many people homeless and without livelihoods. But when the Astros won that championship, it felt like they really won it for us. So in my timeline, the Astros don't cheat, or at least don't get caught cheating, and our championship legacy remains clean and intact and without an asterisk. But we know cheating is wrong, which is why the head coach was fired along with other people from the organization. And we want to say on behalf of Houston to everybody in Major League Baseball and all its fans, we are truly sorry the Astros cheated. But we're keeping the trophy. I'm sorry, we're keeping the trophy. We're not giving it back. We'll hide it if we have to, but y'all ain't getting that back. Come on, Chinadu. You and Houston gotta do the right thing. Yeah, you're right, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. We'll go get it for you, okay? Hey, what's that over there? What? I don't see anything.